Hi Aquarius. Welcome to your mid-October 2020 tarot and astrology reading. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. So Aquarius, we have a very interesting full moon coming up that is aspecting your ruler Uranus, and it's occurring in your 5th house of privacy, family, home, those kind of matters. And we have Scorpio season bringing attention to your career, your long-term goals. So you meet this gateway between the past and the future. You like the future though, but you don't necessarily like thinking too much about the past. Especially because, as a fixed sign, sometimes you can get a little bit stuck or a little bit hung up on something that you thought was in the future, but then it wasn't. That's happened before. This full moon is different. This full moon is evolving you past anything that has held you back for so long. Anything that has been chains around your ankles, anything that has been holding you back from those fulfilling goals, from that future dream, from that lifestyle that seemed to forever be just out of reach to you. That is coming. Jupiter is going to go into your sign at the end of the year, and this full moon is a moment to release the past completely and get ready for everything. There's a saying that everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Ace of Wands. Spark. 3 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. The Death card. And the 3 of Swords. It's hard to pull up the past, Aquarius. It really is. But if you work at letting it go, you get the abundance that you deserve. So, Ace of Wands. There's something still lingering. Something that still feels like an energy. Something that lingers, and it's something that's been dead a while. And it is a source of great pain for you. It's a source of hurt. It's a source of miscommunication. It is a source of frustration. For a lot of you, it's career though. For a lot of you, it is just this feeling that you've not been able to get anywhere with these long-term goals. You've not been able to get anywhere with these ships coming in. It's almost like you see them on the horizon and then they turn around. Maybe you felt a little bit as though certain things that you thought were going to work out in terms of your investments in your career just didn't work out the way you hoped. And this full moon in Taurus, in Scorpio season, Aquarius, is challenging you to pull those swords out of your heart. To stop talking to yourself in a way that is hurtful. To stop talking to yourself in a way that is damaging. To stop talking to yourself in a way that prevents you from learning. It's psychologically shown that you can't actually take in new information when you're really stressed, or when you have you're burnt out. When you have burnout, you can't learn new things. And I think for many of you, maybe you're feeling as though you used to have a lot of interests, but you're not retaining the information. You're not feeling excited about the things you once did. You're not feeling excited about the future, but you should be. It's just that in the first place, Aquarius, that as much as you think you're living in the future, something has taken away your peace. Something's taken away the peace of the present, and you just feel You might go through a moment mid-October where you feel completely annihilated by your own fear. But that's good because you're working on it. We can see it with the Ace of Pentacles. You're working on building something bigger for yourself. You're working on building something bigger that can last, something that can work. And you know what, Aquarius? Maybe that's love. Maybe in addressing that you're still a bit broken about the past or hurt by somebody or disappointed or ashamed, that brings you closer to a love that actually feels right. Maybe miscommunications with the current astrology being the way it is. You know, Mars is retrograde in your Seven of Pentacles, Mars is retrograde in your third house of communication, meaning that you don't feel like you're verbalizing yourself well, but at least you're trying. At least you're trying to get it out, get that feeling out. If you feel very emotional around the full moon, it's quite simply because it's trying to release you from those icky vibrations that are still going on in your heart. It wants you to connect with somebody. Maybe it wants you to connect with a fire sign, a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. Maybe they want a bit more of your energy and a bit more of your attention. Maybe it's a Gemini. But this full moon is like pulling the swords out. Even if you're very unsure about what it is that you need to do, you'll figure it out because this process is good for you. That Death card in the challenge means that you've been resisting change. You've been resisting getting into that psychological splinter and just pulling it out. Now you're pulling it out. Good. Might not feel so pleasant, but it'll be a relief. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio is making you feel like, I never made anything of myself. It makes you feel like, what have I achieved? What have I actually done? Well, that's where you're wrong. As new moon comes in November that aspects Jupiter, and your future goals are on fire. They're glowing. They're abundant. They're making their way towards you right now, but they need you to clear some space. And as much as you think you haven't, you'll understand around the full moon what it is. The sun. Making room for blessings that shine a light on every aspect of your life. Cornucopia. Big abundance is coming to you, Aquarius. Big blessings, major blessings. But major blessings, at least in my experience, always come once you've had a really cathartic kind of letting go of the past, almost like a ceremony. The other day actually, when Mercury was moving into Scorpio, because I am a Scorpio, I suppose, but I think it can hit a lot of people like this. It really made me feel very, very, very upset, very overwhelmed. And my moon's in Aquarius, but very overwhelmed. And it's just when I'm seeing that Three of Swords, it's that feeling of, being so upset that you can barely breathe about something. But it was all to do with stuff that's been and gone. Which is odd, I know, but that sometimes is a process of just days you don't feel so good, you don't feel so happy, you don't feel so great, and you let it go. And that is when these feelings of abundance and connection and prosperity come in, when you release that resistance to it. And a lot of the time, releasing resistance comes in the form of a good cry or a good yell or a good wail or whatever it is. And Venus is in your 9th house, asking you to expand your mind, asking you to expand your vision, asking you to stay optimistic about love and finances because they're being blessed. They really are. We're nearly out of the woods. And then it's your turn to take over the world. Jupiter and Saturn, age of Aquarius. Okay? You've got this. If you have that moment around Halloween where you feel that Three of Swords or that Five of Pentacles or whatever it is, or you feel that moment of pain or upset, come back to this video and see. It's all good. It's all going to be okay. I love you guys very much. I'll see you soon, Aquarius. Bye.